just got to get that out of my system. Spider-Man. Just once.
Okay.
Just once. Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man. You're getting used to getting these, right?
That's pretty good feeling. Yeah, I'm pretty good at, 2 now, so.
Back-to-back champion.
Yes.
There is only – okay, so now you are in kind of the history books on the SCG Tour. Yeah, Jerry Thompson went back-to-back opens back when we had 2 opens in one weekend.
I remember those.
Which is an impressive accomplishment. Last year you had Tom Ross win back-to-back opens with White Red Humans. He won in Atlanta, and then he won in Orlando. I think you top-8'd that Orlando, too.
I did. I didn't get to play him, though, but
okay. You couldn't stop him.
Tried.
So you decided to match him.
Yep.
And you have done that. You won our Atlanta Open in Standard to kind of close out 2016 at the Invitational with Black Green Delirium.
Yes, I did.
And this version of Black Green Delirium is a lot different than the last version of Black Green Delirium.
We went over that in the deck tech.
We did. So I want to go back to the deck tech for those of you who haven't seen it yet. So you're a pretty mild-mannered guy.
I try.
I don't consider you to be – I am kind of hyperbolic and kind of over the top and stuff like that. Sometimes when I feel very confident about a card, I will be so confident that I'm a little over-the-top confident.
Yeah.
You, I don't ever get that from.
I went real deep on Necropolis Fiend one time. That was a bad idea. That was about it.
I never really got that sense from you.
Sure.
But when we did our deck tech and you said Walking Ballista is the best rare/mythic in Aether Revolt, I was like, okay, all right, look, you can be confident. But after watching those games,
you can also be right.
Yeah, you can definitely be right.
Definitely, yeah.
You sold me immediately on this card. Tell me how great this card was for you this weekend.
It was amongst the best things I could have possibly been doing. It was always amazing. At any point you see it, we use a removal spell early, like I did in some of the games. Counts for Delirium. It just takes over a game with Constrictor. If the opponent can't break that up, it's just too much to come back from half the time.
Yeah.
And we saw that there at the end with me be able to use it to shoot down, the Harvester and some other things, and threaten the Obnixilis. This is why you had to trump block my Constrictor, which set up the To the Slaughter, and that's how it all went down. But no, it's phenomenal, and it beats the combo. They have to deal with that, so it's another layer of defense while you're trying to set up your big creatures. So
yeah, I mean, this seems like a fantastic card in your deck, and it has been all weekend long. But again, as we talked about during the deck, I'm going to kind of reference that a bunch if you guys haven't had the opportunity to. What you've kind of done is you've kind of interwoven your old Delirium deck with this one. Now, Emrakul being banned, Copter being banned, Reflector Mage being banned, it changes some things.
Everything, really.
Yeah, it changes a lot of things. And we have a new set, too,
yes,
of course. But it's also unlocked some pieces that weren't really playable before. Now, Grimflayer, obviously a good card previously, still good now. But Mindwrack Demon, for me, I think, outside of adding Walking Ballista, which was a new card, Mindwrack Demon also looked great in the games that we played.
It was probably one of the best creatures I cast in my deck every single time. It's just the flying, trample, everything. It checks Avis, and it checks the 4/4 Hardikiran.
Yep.
Checks Gideon because they can't play it into it if they don't have a way to stop it. So if you're on the play, you really just take over a game if that's the matchup. But no, Mindwrack Demon pulled its weight tenfold this tournament. So
did anything underperform for you? As we watched your games, you even found room for a Traverse package, and with the way you built your sideboard with Ishkana, which isn't as good anymore as you mentioned.
Right.
You've got this Noxious Gearhulk now. Like, what underperformed in your deck? If anything, because you lost a match to Aetherflux Reservoir?
Yeah,
that's it?
That was it. Nothing really underperformed. The Traverses are kind of there because I didn't want to play 24 lands. I also needed some sorceries for Delirium to help out in that regard. Okay. But they're not great, but they're necessary, I think, for fueling the strategy. Nothing really underperformed. I don't know. Everything had its place in its matchup, and I was pretty happy with the deck. Like I said, the Obnixilis maybe not in some matchups. We saw that come into play at the last match there. It was really great. That kind of matchup, sure, it's great. It's like playing old Delirium where there's new Emrakul, so Obnixilis is insane. Sure. But no, everything was really good. Going forward to change what? I don't know. We'll see. I had to look at all the results from all the decks being played here, of course. Of course. No, I was very happy with the deck. I would play it again tomorrow, probably maybe next week in Richmond. So
yeah, I think you need to get prepared for playing it next week in Richmond and playing the mirror match next week in Richmond.
I'm okay at mirror matches. I'll try.
Yeah, if you're okay there, that's a good place to be because I think we're going to expect a lot of this in Richmond. I tried to get the deck tech burned so you could keep your advantage, and I go to Richmond and play the same deck.
Fair enough.
But
you gonna play?
I'm thinking about it. Right, I'm thinking about it. You sold me on a deck here. So kind of coming into the top 8. I was really into what Green White Tokens was doing. Gideon Nissa, the whole ordeal, Oath of Nissa in the deck. I think it was a pretty well-positioned deck, but when you played against Hunter Nance, once you put together like Constrictor plus Ballista, it's like, okay, what are we even doing here? And you probably did that a lot this weekend.
I did. Green White was a matchup I tested a lot against. Rudy Brixa played against on testing with he and I, and that matchup was such he was playing. And he figured his regard was that my deck is better in the mirror match, but he thinks it's better against the field. I'm like, I think you're wrong on that one because it's better against the field, but definitely better in the mirror match because Mindwrack Demon checking all the cards, like they're powerful cards like Gideon and the 4/4 is just too much from the handle a lot of times. They don't have enough removal to kill everything. Everything on this in this deck in the curve goes up the curve and are must-answer threats, I think. So once I jam-pack the decks with everything they have to kill, they don't have enough removal for it. So
yeah, especially green-white. They have basically snares. They don't have Dromoka's command anymore.
Which is really funny if you can natural state a Gearhulk that's been snared. Happened once.
Living the dream,
It was great.
Fair enough. We're going to see you in Richmond, I'm hoping?
Yes, I am. I didn't have the ride there because my friends weren't going, but I'm going to probably book a flight there. So
Fair enough.
Seems worth it. I think my estimated value is pretty good at this point.
It's elevating quickly.
It's not low.
I will say that. Well, I want to congratulate you on one heck of a performance. We got to watch a lot of interesting decks here this week, and being week 1 of Aether Revolt, we got to see a lot of Saheeli Rai decks, 4-color, 2-color, Jeskai as well from a lot of great players. But at the end of the day, you shine the brightest here with this deck. I think this is the deck that people are going to go copy-paste test, which is always something to enjoy as a player who's won a tournament. So I want to congratulate you on your win.
Thank you.
I want to congratulate you on defining the metagame, at least for the next week.
Here's Open.
And congratulate you on winning back-to-back Opens because you are the only other person, well, 2, if you want to consider Jerry's win. Jerry's win is different because 2 in 1 weekend is just lunacy.
Right.
Like that's so many rounds over the course of 2 days. But winning back-to-back Opens, we're not going to diminish that accomplishment at all.
Thanks.
So congratulations to you. And before we go, as we shake,
I'm
going to give you a second opportunity here because you blew in the deck tech.
I didn't blow it.
Shout-outs, follows on Twitter, make it count.
All my friends, all my family, my brother who just went back to Korea, is in the Marines, supports me through all this and was messaging me the whole day. Shout out to him. Everyone at Next Ridge Games sponsoring us. Tom's with us here. It was his birthday this weekend. Happy birthday, Tom! 21st birthday.
Awesome.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. All my friends, you guys are great. I wouldn't be playing Magic without you guys. So
our champion, Brennan. DeCandio. Get used to the name. He might win a 3rd one next week. We'll see. Quick break here. Patrick comes back in. We'll wrap it up. Congrats to our champion, Brennan DeCandio.
Hi.